Shalom, shalom. Peace be unto you. I'm sorry I haven't posted for 2 weeks. The last post I forgot to upload, and then I've been kind of busy, and I was celebrating my birthday. But I'm going to check on my people now. How's everybody doing? There's a lot going on as we roll out of lockdown. It seems like it's been 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. Several states are reporting spikes in the cases of people testing positive. Los Angeles opened up and shut totally down again. Washington State just creeped from 1.2 phase to 2, and then they had spikes, and so now they're making it mandatory for people to wear masks everywhere, inside, outside. It's just kind of crazy. It's a lot to process and even more to understand. But it's so important to get an understanding, because you have to understand before you make decisions. And you need to make decisions before you choose your actions. So it's so critical, the lesson that we're talking about now. Now, did you do your homework? No judgment, but I really hope you do, because these are going to give you the tools to excavate truth for yourself. And one of the characteristics of the end times is gross deception. So a lot of books are this book that we're going to talk about is going to be based on Pastor Mark Biltz's book, Blood Moons, Decoding the Heavenly Signs. And so let's just review from last week. Now, if you did your homework, I had asked you to read Genesis 1:14, and I will reread that for you. And I'm going to include 13 and 15, because it's really important when you're studying scripture to get the verse before and after to make sure you keep it in context. So it says, "So the evening and the morning were the third day. Then God said, 'Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs and seasons, for days and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth.' And it was so." So now, if you looked up that word signs in the Hebrew, you've found out that, and we talked about using a online concordance, Eliyah.com, ELIYAH.com is a really good one. It's free, but it will show you the word from English to the original language, and I'm sure they have it in other languages. I'm sure they have it in Spanish. I just haven't used it in, I believe, multiple other languages. But anyway, that word signs in Hebrew is oath. And signs actually means signals, omens, and warnings. So the first most important purpose of the sun and the moon and the heavens is to send signals, omens, and warnings. And then that second word, seasons, is moed in Hebrew. And that means appointed meeting, appointed place, appointed time, basically divine appointments. So the 2 most important reasons for the sun and the moon, even before light, is to give signals of warnings and omens, and also for divine appointments when God is going to intersect with humanity. Pregnant pause for emphasis. Drop the mic. That changed so much about the way I look at the sun and the moon. And I know for some Christians, you might say, "Oh, that's astrology, that's the occult." One thing you have to know, it's not. You have to remember that whatever God does, Satan imitates, and he's an imposter. And so he will pervert it, but they will look very similar, because I gave you the example about Moses when he threw down his staff and it turned into a snake when he went before Pharaoh. And the Egyptians, magicians, threw down their staffs and they turned into snakes. So it looked the same at the beginning, but as it continued on, Moses' snake swallowed theirs. So it is in the kingdom. It's a kingdom of a dual reality. There's imposters and there's the authentic, there's the fake and there's the real, and you have to be discerning, and you have to be mature to be able to decide. So anyway, but we the times that we're living in is great deception, as I'm saying, and that's why it's of key importance to be able to have tools to excavate the truth for yourself. The deception is going to be everywhere, especially in the church, temple, and synagogues, and these typically holy places. But that's not to say don't go, but the wheat and the tares, God's people and wicked people, have to go together, and at the end God will separate them. And Matthew 24, to give you an understanding of what will be going on in the end times here. Matthew 24, let's go back to verse 3. And it says, "Now he sat on the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came to him privately, saying, 'Tell us, when will these things be to come? And when will the sign of your coming and the end of the age,'" which will be the second coming, because Christ was already on the earth. "And Jesus answered and said to them, 'Take heed that no man deceive you. For many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nations,'" that word in the Greek, because this is the New Testament, is ethnos, group of people that are together. "Nations shall rise up against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms." Now, that word kingdom in the Greek is basileia. I'm pronouncing it as well as I can. I hope I'm pretty close. But that is talking about a kinship, and it's taken from a root word, means one that rules. So, Satan is the god of this world after Adam's fall. God is the ruler of everything. So there's a clash in the spirit realm as well. "And there will be famines and pestilence." Pestilence means plagues. "And earthquakes in various places. All these things are the beginning of sorrow." So this is what's coming up on us. And the beautiful thing about prophecy, it warns you, it forewarns you, it tells you what is to come. So we're going to continue on with this, but I just encourage you, please look it up, because I'm saying this, and right now, if you didn't look it up, you don't know if I'm telling the truth, if it's accurate or not. But that is such a profound truth there about the true meaning of the sun and the moon. Now, remember, those that know God will do great exploits. All right, family, take care and have a peaceful evening. Bye.